All right, welcome to the comic book shop of doom here on awesomestreaming.com. This is an overview of the potential buyers for the WWE. Now, some of these numbers are shocking, and I'm talking about a lot of these companies are that want WWE, these vast media companies are so far in debt that it's going to be hard to see them getting a loan. And you're going to see what I mean. Okay, in debt. Comcast, who owns NBC, Universal, USA Network. They already have a partnership with WWE, with Universal, with USA Network, and then they have the WWE Network. They have 95 billion or $95.576 billion in debt. So let's see them try to get a loan to pay another $8 to $10 billion to get this. I mean, it's possible. If you could convince a banker of anything, they could pony up the money. Okay, Netflix. Everybody thinks Netflix is doing good. They got 13.9 billion in debt. So Netflix is not cash rich. Warner Brothers Discovery, $50.4 billion in debt. That's why that David Zaslav, the guy that runs it now, is cutting all these shows, trying to slash the debt. And there's a reason for that, because they can't pay it off. And that's why the shares went down the drain when all this got out. Okay, Disney is even worse off. 52.259 billion in debt. What are you going to say? All their money in the parks was drained when they had the pandemic, and then they're paying all this stuff for the streaming and movies that nobody's showing up to, and now they're intentionally tanking Marvel and Star Wars with race politics and stuff like that. So it's not very smart what they're doing. Okay, Endeavor, that's the Hollywood agency that owns the UFC. They're 5.8 billion in debt, and that's basically what they paid for the UFC. So that debt is just hovering around there. It's like they're making minimum payments on a credit card. These are companies that haven't been talked about really. I mean, Fox has. Fox is really shocking because they are 7.206 billion in debt, and they got a $78 billion payout from Disney to get the Fox Entertainment assets. So most of that money went to Rupert Murdoch and friends. They divvied up the money, and the corporate parent still carries that kind of debt load. Okay, Paramount Global and Lionsgate haven't been mentioned yet with buying WWE, but they're up there too. They got Paramount Global has $15.83 billion in debt. And there's been rumors that they may sell off Star Trek up to $10 billion to trim this debt. Okay, that's sad. Lionsgate, $5.58 billion in debt. And they want to spin off Stars and their movie studio. So basically, it's going to be a garage sale for them. They're going to split the company up to get rid of this debt. Okay, cash on hand. These are companies that WWE has a better chance of getting money from because they got tons of money, and you're going to see why. Okay, Apple. They got $195.57 billion in cash in their war chest for acquisitions and buying stuff. Will they buy WWE? I very highly doubt it, because I don't think they're going to buy anybody. I think they're going to hold on to that money. Okay, Saudi Arabia. This is why Vince wants them kissing up to them to buy the company. $620 billion in debt. If Vince wanted $10 billion cash, they could drop that buying him, and it would be like us buying a newspaper on a Sunday. It ain't going to kill us. Amazon, $96.049 billion in cash on hand. So they're another one that could swallow WWE if they wanted to for $8 billion, and it wouldn't hurt them. They did it with MGM. And then Tony Khan and Shahid Khan, his father, their family net worth is $11.7 billion, mostly from making plastic bumpers in India for cars. How much of that is cash liquidity? That is unknown. They own a couple sports teams. They own a football team. They own a soccer team. They own AEW wrestling. Are they in the running? Potentially, but they would probably have to get partners to buy it. But they could be minority partners, run it, own 10% of it. So that is who has the money to buy WWE. These four are more likely than these companies that owe too much and the bank would say yes or no. Everybody have a good day.